Billy had gone up to New York. He'd gone to a party of some kind and somehow connected with Nikki and her friends. And I can tell you that he came home talking about her, which is something that was not typical. You know, all indications from him were that he was pretty enamored with a young Nikki McMonagle.
It's like it's the most you thing.
When we first met Bill, we knew very quickly he wasn't just another guy. And as we got to know him, we found him to be the perfect match for Nikki.
I'll go anywhere you go tonight, 'cause I will follow you. I'll follow.
I would often go visit Bill at the shore over the summer. It was on one of these LBI weekends where I heard rumblings from Bill about this beautiful, interesting, and elusive young lady named Nikki McMonagle. After I heard Nikki's name, Bill would use my apartment as an excuse to run into Nikki, and I thought, oh no, I may be losing my partner in crime here. It wasn't until I met Nikki, instead of thinking that I lost my best friend, I now thought, this is great. We now have another incredible person in our lives.
When your best friend / sister starts seeing some guy, obviously you're a little protective and want to make sure he's at least a fraction of as awesome as she is. And luckily, it didn't take long for us at all to know that she had found the right guy.
So loud in the rain and cold, I'll go anywhere you go tonight.
It was the first night that Billy came over for Sunday gravy. My mom was cooking away. My dad was running a little late from work. Brian rolled downstairs without a shirt on. Rachel was hitting Billy with every question you could imagine. I was totally cool, but it was a lot. And yet, it was as if Billy had always been part of the crew. And it actually seemed like he was even enjoying himself. And it just fits seamlessly.
Nicole received this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity.
William received this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity.
In the name of the Father,
And of the Son.
and of the Holy Spirit.
I heard about her and then finally met her. And, you know, I could tell by the way he was acting around her that it was more than just a little bit of interest in his part. And she made, you know, just an immediate impression on me and Amy as being just really a class act.
I know Billy loves three things. I know he loves his family. I know he loves fishing with his grandpa and his dad. And I know he loves my daughter. And I think you are the perfect calm to Nikki's endless storm.
From the day she was born, Nikki was our free-spirited girl. Always ready for fun. She always had us laughing. She kept us very entertained with her dance moves. She was and still is confident and fearless, and also loving and sensitive.
Hello, how are you doing today, love? I'm really hoping to see you. I've got someone new that I'm hoping to show you today.
The thing that really stands out about Nikki is how she draws people in. Nikki has a lot of friends, and a lot of really good friends, and it's easy to see why. I admire Nikki for so many reasons. She's hardworking, she's thoughtful, and I know people have said it already tonight, but above everything, she is fiercely loyal. There's absolutely nothing like having Nikki in your corner.
When we were little, my mom used to always say to us, you're so lucky, so blessed to have two sisters. And realize it now more than ever as adults. It's with Nikki, we don't just have a sister, we truly have a best friend.
She's a perfect contradiction. She is very, very courageous and brave, and yet sometimes scared of her own shadow. Nikki is also very, very strong, and yet she's sensitive to an unkind word. She is stubborn, like somebody else I know, and yet, boy, when she's sweet, there's nobody sweeter. And she is my warrior.
You're so pretty.
Her greatest quality is that she is fiercely loyal. And when Nikki's got your back, you never, ever, ever have to worry about your six. And I know it was hard on you, and I've got some regrets, and you know that. But my biggest regret, Nick, and I think I can fix that tonight, is never telling you just how proud I am to be your father. So in front of everybody you love, I want to tell you. Oh, sweetheart. You ready?
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
Everybody was in good spirits, excited for the event to get started. You know, it was just your normal get everything together, adding the studs to the shirts and making sure suspenders were on correctly, and everybody looked good. I know all the fellas, and it's been a great experience to see them as they mature, get older, and start their lives as, in some cases now, married men.
I came to know Bill as a very fun, good-hearted, genuine, funny, caring, and all-around amazing person to be around.
Such a kind heart, and he's always so upbeat and happy.
Billy has always been a happy person from the time he was born, and he's just always been ready to get out there and enjoy the day. The best way I could describe Bill, he's just a happy, good young man.
Billy, you really are the whole package. You're fun, you're funny, you're outgoing. You share our affinity for the office. You're truly everything we want in a brother. Shout out to Brian, though. We love you, bro.
Billy, we can't say enough. You know, we've had so many great memories with you and opportunities to spend so much time with you. And watching the two of you as dog parents, as a couple, and how you guys complement each other, it's just truly something special.
When I laid eyes on my youngest daughter in her wedding gown, and we marched up the aisle together, the three of us, and I saw her entire life really right in front of me. I saw her two grandmothers who held her in their arms when she was a baby. I saw her uncles who did the same a full head of hair ago, and I can say that. And I saw her best friends from forever. I saw her sisters, most importantly, up there waiting for us to get up the aisle, like they waited for her to come home from the hospital that day and nurture her and love her and become two of the greatest role models any sisters have ever been. I saw her baby brother, and he's not a baby anymore. And as we walked, I thought about just how lucky, Nikki, you are to have all these wonderful people in your life and all these people here. And I thought about how lucky we are to have you.
Walking Nikki down the aisle was something I will never forget. Seeing everyone we loved, and holding on to Nikki's arm, and of course trying to stay composed, and then getting to the altar and seeing Bill with the emotion and joy on his face, it really was something I'll never forget.
Love is patient, love is kind. It is not jealous, it is not pompous, it is not inflated, it is not rude. It does not seek its own interest, it is not quick-tempered, it does not brood over injury. It does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails.
I, William,
take you, Nicole,
to
be my wife.
To be my wife.
I promise to be faithful to you.
I promise to be faithful to you.
In good times and in bad.
In good times and in bad.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love you and to honor you.
To love you and to honor you.
All the days of my life.
All the days of my life.
I, Nicole,
take you, William,
take you, William,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise to be faithful to you.
I promise to be faithful to you.
In good times and in bad.
In good times and in bad.
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love you and to honor you
to love you and to honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
We were just filled with pride and actually happiness. Bill smiled from the start of the ceremony to the very end when they walked out. He just looked happy. He looked the way everybody wants their kid to look on their wedding day.
I not only gave up my daughter to another guy, but she took on somebody else's name. And that's hard. But not tonight. Over the past couple of years, we've gotten to know Steve and Amy Webb and have witnessed firsthand the love and generosity that you have shown our daughter. And it will never, ever, ever be forgotten. And I can't imagine another name that I would rather take than yours. And I'd like to welcome you, Addie, your folks, and your family into our family tonight.
I can honestly say I've never seen Nikki or happier than that day. Seeing Bill and Nikki's faces from beginning to end, just beaming and smiling, laughing with everyone, being in the moment, it was all I could have hoped for.
You probably know that a night like this doesn't just happen, it's a labor of love. And like every great night in our family, that labor of love is undertaken by one person and one person only, and that's my beautiful wife. You know, the truth is I whined a time or two. Michelle, it's just one night. And she would say to me, it's not just one night. We're making a memory for Nikki and Billy that's going to last forever.
About a year ago, Nikki and I just started talking about relationships in general, and she said something to me that stuck with me. You know when someone's right for another person when they can be their most authentic self in front of that person, and I could not have put that better myself about you two. You truly are your most authentic selves.
Nikki and Bill's first dance was pure joy. Seeing them embrace the moment with such happiness, it seemed like it was truly just them genuinely being in the moment and just soaking up all the love in the room.
Thank you as we gather here to celebrate the love and commitment of Bill and Nikki.
Let this be the first of many loving meals, and bless them with a life filled with much love and joy.
It was a young, joyous crowd that all have genuine affection for Nikki and Bill. From the very first note of music, the dance floor was filled. A spectacular event and a fabulous memory.
Spend a second and take a look around this room and look at all the people here that love you. And remember this night. Take this memory that your mother gave you and put it in your heart and leave it there. And in the years to come, when the tough times come, and they come to all of us, all you're going to have to do is look inside your heart and remember this night. To Nikki and Billy, forever.
We're just so beyond thrilled for you guys and beyond thrilled to welcome a brother to the family.
My mom refers to our family as the original six, and today we formally get to add a seventh. Billy, welcome to the original six.
Cheers to the West.
We love you guys.
We love you.
Bill and Nikki, I love you both. Amy and Steve, Mr. and Mrs. McMonigal, thank you so much for having us, and thank you for this incredible event. Cheers to Bill and Nikki, and here's to wishing them a life of happiness, health, wealth, and love.
This night has been just amazing. So I want to thank everyone for coming out. I want to thank my new in-laws, my new family, my old family, my existing family, my friends. All right, I want to thank everybody. All right, Nikki, I love you. Give me a kiss.
Every night was a ritual. I'd have to go into her room, and her room was a sea of pink. Everything had to be pink. Pink pigs, pink this, and you guys know. And I'd sit on the edge of the bed, and I'd try to be stern, because she would wear this little pink mask when she would sleep. So I'd say, Nikki, stop sucking your thumb. She'd shake her head no. I'd say, Nikki, at least stop sucking your thumb while I'm talking to you. And she would shake her head no. And finally, out of desperation, I would say to her, Nick, tell me why you're wearing that pink mask. Is it help you sleep at night? And she would take her thumb out of her mouth just long enough to say, no, it makes me look good.
We're so happy. Smile. Give me a little smile. Yeah, there we go. That's it.
That's great. I forgot worse.
By the end of the night, I'm going to be at Chippendale.
All right, great. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm like, oh my god, myself is so...
You're like, I'm amazing.
So
You
pretty.
are amazing.
God, the hair.
She was the first to win a state championship, the first to have a boyfriend,
First to drink.
She was the first to get engaged, to buy a house. I mean,
Get a dog.
I mean, I know Rachel and I were kind of late bloomers, but like, what have we been doing?
I've never been in this room.
Me neither. Too many books. There we were at our favorite restaurant, Chef Folda. My mother was there, the kids were there, Michelle was there, Billy was there, but sitting behind us, believe it or not, in the next table was Joe Montana, the goat of my generation. And so we had just finished our veal parm. They brought the desserts, a few got a cheese pies, which we share, and of course my banana cream pie. And one of the kids got up to take a picture, and it was almost perfect because everybody was smiling. My mom was smiling, Michelle was smiling, the kids were smiling. Even Joe Montana was smiling, and I don't even know why. The only person who wasn't smiling was Billy, and that's because his face was buried in my banana cream pie.